The day that will live in infamy. It's been 72 years since the attack on Pearl Harbor. 10 TV's Jeff Hogan sat down with a woman who was there and experienced it all.
And good morning. Today does mark 72 years since the attack on Pearl Harbor, launching the United States into World War II. And we are delighted to have a very special guest here with us this morning, Evelyn Monahan. Welcome. You were living at Pearl Harbor on December 7th, 1941.
Yes.
Amazing. Incredible. You turned 94 this month. You look great.
Thank
we appreciate you joining us.
Thank you.
You had lived at Pearl Harbor for 2.5 years leading up to that day. What was your daily routine like? What was life like there?
We got up around 8 o'clock and we were preparing to go to Mass at Waupahu. And then there, all of a sudden there was this explosion and noise and all kinds of firing going on. And we couldn't figure out what was happening. And then my neighbor and friend, Kitty Morgan, she comes to the door yanking, "Oh, we're being attacked by the Japanese." Well, our curiosity got the best of us, and Frank and I, we went out in front of the yard. Sure enough, this plane was hovering past our house. He was banking to go back to the harbor. We could see him so clearly. He wasn't high. He wasn't flying too high. And then the gunner, he was discharging his ammunition. And I can't understand why we didn't get hit, because the bullets were coming, and I was an easy target. I was 8 months pregnant, so they couldn't have missed me very much, you know. But anyway, we retreated back to the house very quickly. We weren't out more than a minute or two. And he said, "I have to get back to the base." You know, he said, "I had to go to duty." He left. And then I said, "I don't want to be alone here." So I made it one more time. I ventured out, went around my carport. I heard this plane coming again, and I ducked underneath this huge plant, tea plant, by my landlord's house.
After the attack came, your husband left to go to work. He was a metalsmith.
Yes.
When everything needed work.
Yes.
You know, the planes were shot down and the planes were shot on the ground. How many days was it until you saw him again?
It was about two before he got home.
That had to be kind of unsettling.
But he had to go by launch, you know, over to the base, and that's where all the action was, you know. They're shooting the ships and everything, and I wasn't certain that he made it. I didn't hear from him for a couple of days. And then I guess we were notified by somebody, I don't know, that they had made it and it was okay. But we were in the dark since then, you know. But anyway, things got back to normal eventually.
You were supposed to have been evacuated from day one there, but you didn't want to go. You're 8 months pregnant, and you're living in the same house where you had lived for 2.5 years and staying there.
Well, I could have opted to stay there, but Frank said my future is uncertain here. I don't know where I'll be stationed. And he said, "I think you'll be safer going home to Columbus."
Okay. I'd be amazed if anybody wasn't interested in the amazing history that you have. I look back, I mean, I look at this Columbus Evening Dispatch article here from 1942, and it has a picture on the front of it. I mean, that's incredible.
Well, my godmother did this.
Okay.
She called the dispatch, and she thought that was an interesting story, so they came out, and it was sometime in April, I think. April 23rd.
Yes. Incredible.
So I made the history again.
Yes, again. We thank you for sharing your history with us this morning.
I appreciate you having me.
This is fantastic.
Yes,
thank you so much, Mrs. Monahan. It's
You're welcome.
Great to meet you and great to visit on the day that will live in infamy.
And you can see the entire interview with Evelyn Monahan on our website at 10tv.com.